What is up? Hello, everyone. I'm Cassie. This is Rhonda, and we are coming to you in a quick lightning round of Q&A to cover some of the things that we see like on auto repeat over and over and over again in our coaching calls with our clients who are growing and scaling their business to build the lifestyle that they want. And what we're talking about today is the friction of you getting in your own way. I know, shocker, right? Rhonda, have you ever gotten in your own way?
Absolutely not, Kaci Brown. It is like a clear highway running down the road. Never have I gotten in my own way I can't even say it, Cassie. That's how I get in my own way. This is supposed to be perfect because we're recording right now. So what a beautiful introduction to today's topic, or to like this lightning round. Hey there, if you like this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so that we can let you know the next time that we drop a new video. So let's get back to it.
Yes. So I'm really excited about that because the truth is every person, entrepreneur, no matter what market, no matter what business, no matter what vertical or business model they are in, has the same doubts and fears, judgments, comparison, imposter syndrome, if you will. So first, congratulations, you're not alone. Two, what we want to do in this video is sort of go through a step-by-step to help you cycle through and get out of your own way to reduce this friction as quickly as possible, because it will happen again. And so one, embracing the reality that it's normal and that you actually care about the results that you create for other people. Okay, so now deep breath. And now we're going to dive in to how to move past it. Okay, and this is like reps at the gym. This is like stretching your muscles. So it's going to take decisive action. It's going to take commitment, and it's going to take a consistency of actually doing this, because it's going to feel like you are very uncomfortable. You don't see every single step of the path. But I'm going to ask you to trust yourself anyway. Okay. All right. Are we ready for the 1, 2, 3, Rhonda?
I'm ready. I can't wait.
I don't know if you're ready.
Okay. So that was a text that I sent you yesterday about something that we're working on. I'm like, I don't think you're ready. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. No, but yes. Like just to introduce like what you're talking about. And I know this has to be in a very compressed period of time, and I'm the talker. But it's so important doing the reps and doing the reps through the uncomfortable part, which is really like on the daily, right? Uncomfortable on the daily, but like, let's embrace it with like, I want more uncomfortable, because on the other side of that is what you're working for.
Yeah. I really do believe like this recipe right here that we're about to share with you. And I feel like this is open loop after open loop, but like, it's so worth it. But this recipe that we're about to share with you is a shift into leaning in and embracing the uncomfortable, like getting yourself to a mindset where it's like, when you start to feel this resistance, it's like Rocky. It's like, okay, let's go. I'm ready for this. I know what's coming. I know what's through. I know it's going to be difficult to take those first few steps, but what's on the other side is so worth it. All right. So here we go. Number one, we are going to just stop, right? Just stop and acknowledge why we're feeling the overwhelm, why we're feeling the friction, and stop comparing woulda, shoulda, coulda, or other people or other products or other systems or anything that is outside of you, your being, and your soul. Okay. We're going to acknowledge that is the biggest mental block that we have. Okay. So when we stop doing that, it allows us to remove the self beat up and step into step number 2. Step number 2 is that deep breath and being intentional about focusing on what you do want, right? So when we stop the mind trash loop, it allows us to start filtering through for focus. And once we get to the focus part, the intention of like, I don't want that. What do I want? Okay. And then that could be a brain dump or whatever like that. And then you decide, you declare it, and then you do it. Okay. So step 2, we're focusing on what we really want. we're deciding we're going to take action come hell or high water, right? We're declaring it, we're sharing it with our partners, our spouse, our friends, our accountability groups, our masterminds, whatever it is. Write it down in your journal, share it with another human being, and be held accountable. All right. And then you start to do it. You move into action and into momentum, right? And number 3, we're going to execute and evaluate. And this is the most important step. In number 2, did you notice that I didn't say get bogged down in plans for 6 months, for 12 months, for a year, and never launch anything? No, you decided the how will reveal itself along the way. There are people who plan themselves to death and never actually put their stuff out into the market for the market to tell them, we love this, we hate this, like change this, improve this. Like we are just like sacrificing to our ego to serve it up on a platter and just waiting for the feedback. Feedback is the greatest goal that you will ever get in your business. It is priceless, and you can't get to it until you put it out there and just wait. Okay. So when we execute and evaluate, number 3, we execute and we evaluate. We're willing to be messy. We're willing to make mistakes. We're willing to fall on our face and fall down, right? Because it's not failure, right? It's moving forward. It's data points to review what works, what didn't work. And you will never get to that data without the risk of putting the action and the reps in. So number 1, stop. Number 2, focus. Decide, declare, do. Number 3, execute and evaluate. And evaluate and evolve, right? Evolve, 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 evolve. So that's what I got for you today, Rhonda.
And my commentary for the layman here is this. So when we're talking about that mind trash loop, you guys, it's your best friend. You are familiar with step 1. That is why you're watching this video. Number 2, when you focus, I want you, when I say this next thing, I want you to think of this. And this is a funny now between Cassie and I, the focus, the decide, the declare, and do. I want you to think about, we're all together and you're like, you were determined you were going to do it. And you say, wait, hold my beer. And then you go do it, right? And then the execute and evaluate. It is as simple, friends, as you have tried a new recipe for dinner. And how easy was it to make? How hard was it to find all the ingredients? And then most importantly, when your family is sitting down or you're sitting down to the table, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Is it something that you want to do all over again? Because if your answer is no to the last part of this, then it's not something that we want to continue with. But that is the most beautiful part, that you have taken the steps, and it is a decision. Now it is a boundary. And now when we can make a decision, we can move faster. So this 1, 2, 3 exercise, it may feel like you are in quicksand getting started, and it's going to hurt. And you're going to find you're going to up and down as part of the journey. We are going to encourage you to share that, though. Share that journey with people who are your dreamies, because they're the ones that you want to work with ultimately anyway. So the mind trash, that's you're familiar with that. That's your bestie. The hold my beer, we need t-shirts, Cassie.
Yeah. Hold my digital beer and watch me do this.
Yes. And then execute and evaluate is just like that new recipe that you're trying out. Do you like it? And answering that for yourself is going to help you create boundaries and help you move forward quicker. So I love this lightning round, Cassie Brown.
Yeah, it was awesome. The only thing that I want to kind of drive home here is in that execute and evaluate. And I love that you mentioned, like, if it doesn't work or it's things that was too stressful, we give ourselves the permission to eliminate it and leave it behind. We just walked through with that with some of our clients where they have a high ticket offer. What is it, like $25,000 offer? And there was a few things that weren't working. They removed it. Pricing and value of the results stayed the same, and they're selling it faster. Their clients are staying longer because it's a simplified step that removed the friction. So leaning into the uncomfortable, saying no and putting in healthy boundaries, and just being willing to fail and get it wrong just to get to those data points. And the last thing I'll say with this is, to illustrate this, is the Disney Imagineers. They were pushed and encouraged to fail as much as possible. And they even had like a statistics that they're measuring themselves. Like if they weren't like failing, if their new inventions weren't failing 70 to 80% of the time, they weren't pushing themselves hard enough. Can you imagine what you would accomplish if you didn't fear failure? If you didn't hold that over your head, like this didn't work, this didn't work, this didn't work, because it's getting you closer to the thing that will, and that will absolutely light up your soul and serve the world like you know you were born to do.
Cassie Brown, hold my digital beer. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. So thank you for joining us. Be sure to subscribe, rate, review, share, give us some comments, give us some love. I think we're going to add some stuff about our underground podcast where we talk about how to serve and create customers for life. Thank you for being here. We're so glad to spend time with you. And we wish you so much of just abundance and blessings in your business and what you create for yourself and others.
Take care. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you click the first link in the description, Freedom to Impact, for any of the resources that we've talked about in today's video. You'll also be able to find our Customers for Life podcast. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.